Nobody should ever be invalidated just because of their experience. Just because they're a terrible person or didn't know any better doesn't necessarily discredit the fact what they went through. If you're discrediting them, you are discrediting us as sexual assault victims or grooming victims. And it honestly shows how you don't give two licks of a shit about us. All sexual assault victims or grooming victims are valid unless if they're a terrible person, I guess. I guess that's how this story goes. Or when it's their friend or idol. The way I handled this situation was kind of poor. I do have my own emotions out there. But it's always valid because I am not gonna be fucking with people who would get away with grooming people just because they're a big YouTuber. And I'm not letting idiots like these who would invalidate the victim just because it's their idol or their mutual. My final thoughts about him are extremely bitter. I do not want to see this guy active on any social platform anymore. Either that or I don't want him to be given a platform. It shows that he's using his influence to get out of the situation scot-free. And I'm not letting him do that. I do not care that you call me slanderous or too harsh on him. This guy should not be given a platform at all. Just because I'm angry about the situation doesn't necessarily invalidate my points at all. Despite the fact that I'm extremely upset with him, my points still stand. And to the people who still defend him, I just want to let you know that you're giving this guy a platform. Matter of fact, a sexual abuser a platform, and you're just showing me what your standards are at that point. But yeah, that's all I had to say for this video. This video took a couple months just to give a proper statement about this, and that I'm not trying to be too aggressive about it, and I've been biting my tongue about it since. As much as I want to burst out in anger, honestly, it's just not really worth it at that point. I'm too old enough to get angry at people who are just outright being fucking stupid, and that's how they are at that point. Matter of fact, I'm too old for this fucking shit to begin with, and that I should stop wasting my aggression on idiots like these. And I still believe those said things that I said after 2 years, mind you. So it's been a hot minute since I last uploaded. Remember my last Carno video? Yeah, he came back. After a year of radio silence, he officially released a response against the grooming victim, quote-unquote debunking the allegations. And I'll say it right now, the video is not really good. Now, before I do get started with the video, I would like to say a few things before I dissect this video into pieces, which would probably take an hour, probably judging by the timestamp. Holy shit. I would like to acknowledge the criticisms that I got when I first made my response video against Carno. Not the remake, the really raw reaction video that I made against the guy. I think I made it pretty clear in my last video that I wasn't exactly proud of the raw reaction that I made against Carno. Mainly because I was really emotionally driven and said some stupid shit that it didn't really mean. And the major factor being it wasn't scripted. Plus, it was made during the time I only had the info that I had at the time, which was before I even got contact with the victim. And like I said, I made it clear given like my remake of the Carno video. But I'll admit, I didn't really address most of my criticisms, and even if I did, it was really, I wouldn't say vague, but it was really rushed. Not because I didn't mean the apology, but more so I was really frustrated with everyone involved. I was just pretty much not in the right headspace. But I'll say it again, but properly. The raw reaction was made during the time I wasn't with contact with Noah, aka the victim, until after the video was made. And Noah was able to correct some of the claims that I made, plus more proof on how Carno was just scum. I'll correct myself on this when I say this. Carno is not a pedophile, but in terms with Noah. But it doesn't mean he isn't a pedophile. Noah and Carno had a 3-year age gap, which was considered grooming, but not pedophilia. As to him being a pedophile besides Noah, I'll get into that later. But other than that, Carno isn't a pedophile because of Noah. Other than that, the video was just poorly made. I made this reaction late at night because it was recent news I had about the guy. Plus, I would admit I was pretty immature about it, as in mainly going in a back and forth with this guy. As in the weird narc comment that I made in the video, yeah, I was really uneducated when making this claim. As I was criticized by my friend and Mushroom Girl about it, and I don't even like Mushroom Girl, but that's besides the point. At the time, there was a lot of misinfo about narcissistic personality disorder, especially now. How people constantly demonize the mental illness. So bad even go as far as to people claiming that narcissism abuse is a thing, which isn't. And I'll admit, I was fucked up when I was making this claim. And after I was criticized, I properly educated myself with the disorder. And not only that, after talking to a person who actually has the disorder, I don't agree with the take that I made anymore. It was really dumb. I shouldn't have said that. I think I was trying to say how Carno's very egotistical given how he refuses to take accountability, but I should have said that instead of poorly wording it and made a harmful assumption about people with narcissistic personality disorder. I am very sorry for saying those things, and in the future I'll keep scripting and have second opinions with the script, and most importantly, don't say shit like that ever again. Other than that, I would also apologize for making some comments about how Carno should kill himself. I don't like him at all, but that isn't something I should joke about in public. Obviously, I'm severely frustrated with the situation and his friends and him having the perfect victim mentality mindset. But I shouldn't really say these things in public and vent about it in my friends privately. One more thing, I know this is a little unrelated to Carno, but I'll also like to apologize how I behaved during my beef with Zilla, who is now World T9T, aka not the herd them. Sure, I was frustrated how he randomly sided with Carno even when I had proof that this guy was weird, but I'll admit, I should have handled it better. I don't think me getting violently frustrated in calls with him isn't gonna get my point across, or just make fun of him. As much as I was frustrated with them, especially how they were calling me weird nicknames and repeatedly going back and forth with me, I should have been in a better mindset when talking to this guy. So, I'll admit, I fucked up here. Besides that, this was during a really rough period where no matter how much I tried to explain to people that Carno isn't someone who you should trust, they still side with him because of personal bias.
Hi, Post-Sav here. Sorry if my voice sounds weird, my throat hurts, but I debated on adding this in, but consider the fact one of the people that I'm talking about who defended Carno outed themselves to defend predators before, like, they even got outed publicly. I decided to edit this in. This was supposed to be for my outro, but I decided to delete it because, again, I was debating on it, but anywho. One of the people that I was talking about who defended Carno was Soph Deneko. Even when I did had sourced that Carno was a horrible person, they straight up said that I was slanderous, even though they don't even understand the actual definition of slander, because I have proof of the claims that I have, but also decided to randomly admit that they're friends with Carno. Because when they even did watch my video, which I displayed screenshots as to why Carno was shitty, they still defended him regardless. I'm not even surprised because this is the same person who just admitted that they defended a predator even way before they got outed online for it, which I'm not gonna get into because it's not exactly relevant, but what I will say is that it's not surprising coming from them. But I just want to say this now before we continue, but anyways.
Maybe it was my fault as in how I acted, but it could have been argued that I was 17 at the time. As of recording this, I just turned 19 a month ago. Obviously, the mentalities are a little bit different here. And what I mean by that as emotional maturity, not every 18 or 19-year-old is going to be fully emotionally mature. Not only that, this was during a period that I didn't script my videos at the time. My personal belief at the time was because it sounded very artificial when scripting. But after my raw reaction video that I made, I decided to start scripting due to a pattern of me just getting emotional in videos, and have my friends help me with the script. But there's certain points where I do get a bit unscripted, so yeah, we don't talk about that. But I'll admit, I'll acknowledge the videos that I made in the past about certain people aren't really perfect. But after some self-reflection, I made this change and just overall took a brief break from drama videos, and would probably continue this after the video was done. I would probably talk about that in the end, but it's not really relevant right now. Despite how immature I was and not getting proper guidance, I am sorry for the things that I have addressed in the video. I may not be perfect, but I'm not a monster either. I don't consider myself a higher being, and I don't know why some people think I do. I'm just a somebody at the end of the day. Now that I made a proper apology / statement, I would now like to take a look at the video, debunk it, and give more information regards about the situation with Carno and Noah. Quick disclaimer, do not go attack anyone I mention in this video. This video is meant for criticism and educational purposes only. As much as I don't like Carno, I don't condone any harassment of any kind, including doxing and death threats. And huge and major trigger warning, this video will go over very sensitive topics like bigotry, grooming, pedophilia, and mentions of SA or CSA, or any other sensitive topics really. If you are sensitive to these topics, click off now and watch something else. Without being said, let's get started, shall we?
Suck! I ain't never said you was nice, nigga. I ain't even want you on the team. Fuck is you talking about, bitch?
Also, I want to
specify this before we start the video. There is no captions for this video. Consider the fact by the time it was released, there was no captions even when it was like taken down, which the video was up for only like a day at most. So if Carno is like really inaudible and you can't understand what he's talking about, I'm sorry, there is no captions. And I want to get this out of the way if you start like, I don't know, going back a few seconds just to understand what he's saying. And if you're suggesting there should be captions for this video. But yeah, I apologize for the inconvenience, but let's get started.
Skip that. A lot has happened after over a year. That means a lot has happened. Bloggy released his video responding to Bracket, and I actually did apologize to him in his DMs, and also Bracket's video, and well, the other one.
Why are you even apologizing to Mr. Blocky? He just only made a video debunking the shit about Julian being a pedophile. You should be apologizing to Julian, if anything. This video is about Noah, not Mr. Blocky. So I don't understand why this is here, but whatever, I guess.
And no, I heavily disagree. Staff's video was not better.
Doesn't even get into why, but okay.
It's honestly really bad, but let's skip that to avoid a long intro because this is about Noah. And this is gonna be probably the most difficult video I have to make because I have an entire drive that I had to go through, and I went through an almost 3-hour interview, and it'll be a lot to take in. A lot of the info will be gathered. Saf, also, I know you're watching this. Pass this to Noah. Or if you watch this, Noah, you need to properly address this. Because the amount of harm you did to my friends, like the friends of me tonight, and your own ex-friends, a lot of your exes, I don't know how many exes you have, but it's a lot. You need to address them.
That's actually really funny, consider the fact that Noah has been trying to contact you after this video was released. And when they try to contact you, you kept hiding their fucking comments. Which, you can't be bitching and moaning saying how Noah needs to talk to you, but once they actually do, you kept hiding their comments like the pussy you are. And even when Noah was able to talk to you, you just end up jumping them instead. You want to demonize them for being racist when they were 13, which I'll say this now, they never defended that, nor me or the others. But you will gloss over the fact that you've done the same exact fucking thing when you were an adult. But we'll talk about this later. Also, editor's note, I will be speeding this video up a little bit by 2x speed because my attention span is really short and this guy just babbles on a lot instead of actually getting into the point. But anyways.
You legit started this mess. If Saf knew about this, I'd be rightfully pissed off. If she didn't, that's gonna be probably the worst of Raven for a good reason. Plus, I know you're friends with her. Not just that, I have the screen recording to prove it. Wow, look at this.
It's fucking disgusting.
Okay, that is just really fucking weird to blatantly admit you're stalking Noah. And I don't know why people didn't comment about that, but whatever. But this point is just a nothing burger. Also, aren't you friends with literal child molesters? One of them being Andrew, a child predator who groomed Shelly and multiple other children and also stalked me when I was 13 and is friends with Miss Twirly. And don't try to say you aren't friends with them. There is proof of that. And don't try to fucking lie about it.
Also forgot to mention, they also bullied someone for this as well and telling them to kill themselves. People have said they're actual psychopaths and the fact people are still talking to Mikon is disgusting and disturbing. They've legit sent death threats to people, so if you're okay with them, you're dumb as hell.
And she pretty much falsely accused her of being a pedophile.
And speaking of Miss Twirly, she also dated a 13-year-old when she was 18 and was literally asking people to draw an NSFW of fictional children. She's also into ABDL, which is adult baby diaper lover, aka a pedophilic fetish, which, ironic enough, you have that in your do not interact list, which makes no sense why you're friends with this person.
It's fucking disgusting.
Plus, I know you're friends with her, who I would talk about in the next video because most likely I had to redo because the proposed video is unlisted, it's not really relevant now. And of course, I know you're still active, like when you did this, love your community tabs as well. The issue is that this was posted a long time when I was 17 years old and I'm 21 now. God forbid kids do stupid things because we do like a learning from our mistakes. Maybe next time look at the dates next time, I'm just saying, not gonna be being racist.
Oh, one of the screenshots, by the way, was about Noah telling Andrew to kill himself, and then the other screenshots is when me and Noah criticize you for being blatantly racist to Asian people. So, the only thing you're proving is that these things you did were true, which doesn't make you look good at all. Also, who fucking gives a shit that you're 17 when making that said racist caricature? You never apologize for this.
I'm before and it's always not true. Unlike you, Noah, because we have something on you, and we will get to that later. Let me cut to the chase. I'm not gonna have a lot of fun in this video, and I'll be explaining my side of the story, not being said about me. Chapters on the bottom, that being who she is, the world to 17 at the time I was unaware of her age, the October to November incident, the time she reignited, the aliens she has, Beatrice and Katie, only allegations she had, no sad stuff, no actions late 2024 to 2025, some stuff are alleged, some stuff make her a hypocrite, the conclusion, and the apology. That's about it. Also, there's gonna be certain stuff that's gonna be very hard for me to read. I've got a lot of screenshots, and of course that interview I had, like, you know, I pretty much got the interview on my hands. YM has recorded all the stuff Noah has done. It got an entire drive on me by Joseph. There are plenty of important figures. But I do want to say that this is me being legit as possible. Noah is a dangerous individual. She has gone away with a lot of stuff, serious stuff I might add, a lie about me, her ex, and many, many more things. I am done being silent for over a year. I think it's time for people to see what she really is. A manipulated liar and a groomer. I didn't start it by that last one. She did it. It was confirmed, and she admitted it. Alright?
If you actually read the screenshot, they're apologizing for being racist, catfishing Joseph, aka Leanie, and being anti-Semitic during the times when they were a kid. Again, this goes back to the point that he's just doing double standards at this point. He would demonize Noah for doing the same shit he literally does. Only difference is that to him, he was just a kid, even though he was almost a full-blown adult. But when a 14-year-old, 15-year-old Noah did it, apparently they can't be forgiven. This is so ass backwards that genuinely makes me mad and sick of this shit, not gonna lie.
Let's begin. As of writing this, all I'm recording is she is currently 17 years old, turning 18 on November 22nd, 2025. Noah, or she known online as Dead Corpse Chan, or Pink Petal Blossom, yeah, that's like emo core, like era, is someone that's been on for a long amount of time. She was born November 22nd, 2007, and from the info I gathered, she first joined Demonot. Here's a straw page as well. Read this as well.
Who is Dead Corpse Chan? Dead Corpse Chan is a 17-year-old artist. Jacob, Tuna, Carno, Ryan, North, and the rest of your crew. If you end up seeing this, please get off my page. Mekon already showed me proof that you guys are actively talking about me, so I don't think it's off limits for you to look at shit I put on my profile.
What do you mean by that?
So she knows what we have on her. The issue is that I don't know who leaked it. At this time, the first post on DM was on December 21st, 2018. While doing the math, she would be 11 years old at the time. She could have possibly have more accounts besides the alt account named Lily1244alt. The reason why I said Lily is that noise because that's a quote-unquote dead name. You know, that's the name of OC. So she's kind of fumbling around all the goddamn time of the name.
The OC has a new name, Lilith. And yes, it's a dead name. Maybe it's just me, but if you're gonna make a defense video of yourself, maybe don't be blatantly transphobic, because obviously that doesn't make you look good, but whatever, I guess.
Sexualizing her at the time Sona Lily, who she claims is a minor, as a way to prove Carno groomed her.
Hey, so I'm recording this again because I forgot to record this, but I'll say this right now. How did I meet her? Well, someone who I'm best friends with, who I would not name because I don't want him to get harassed. He had an ex-friend who tried to be also another garbage human being. He invited him to the server at the time, and one of my best friends, the owner, like he is the owner, he told me this. She started going on and on and on about a pedophile in a game called Ponytown. Yeah. Yeah, Ponytown. He said that I like the chances are low, because yeah, it is low, but instead of saying, yeah, you know, this doesn't make any sense. It is low chance for me to see him. She kept going on and on and on to the point my friend snapped at her, and she ran away between her tails between her legs.
By the way, he's just mainly lying here. Main reason why is the person he's talking about is a pedophile. He had Noah's nudes and owns a pedo ring, which I don't know why you're relying on this guy for source, because obviously he isn't reliable whatsoever consider his track record. But this is Carno, who we're talking about, so whatever.
Why am I mentioning this? Because this proves that she's addicted to these type of stuff. Women the first time she got addicted to something, like when every time when someone to shut up, she gets all mad and run away.
Wow, that's just blatant misogyny and victim blaming. This totally makes you look good, Carno. Also, Carno, I don't think you could be talking about how Noah is sensitive or butthurt because you literally demand an apology after I called you a raging bigot and a predator. I think you're the one to talk.
He loves to jab at everyone. To get whatever moral high ground.
This proves this even be a pattern of her. Noah had multiple aliases, Lily1244, Noah1244, now currently, Dead Corpse Chan or Pink Petal Blossom, and the two other aliases, Beatrice and Katie.
Thanks for giving me more proof you've been stalking Noah ever since they want nothing to do with you. You are genuinely fucking weird, dude, and I don't know how you think this shit is fucking normal to admit. God, it's just, it's fucking disgusting.
Now, we're talking about this, but I do want to say I kind of responded way too angry in my horrible video. It was in January of 2022, so right now it's been 3 years, it's going to be 4 years soon. Me and Noah did an RP with her OC, Lily. Now, let me say this right now. I had no idea she was 14 years old. I've said this multiple times. I was 17 years old at the time, which we both consented on the roleplay. And that archery on her, I'm kind of 50-50 on nowadays, because the character she has stated multiple times is an adult. All the time, she keeps fumbling it to be an ex-porn star as well. And this is kind of a history for her contradicting it from this as well.
I think I made this clear in my previous video, but if not, I'll say this. But this is a lie itself. He knew their age, and the only reason why they stopped talking is because Noah called out Twirly for being a pedophile. Also, Noah never consented to the blatant fetish roleplay. They only said, I guess. which isn't a straightforward yes, Carno. I don't know who needs to tell you that. Also, this fact just kind of makes it worse because Lilith used to be Noah's persona at the time before they changed it into an OC, because that persona is when the time they used to go by their dead name, which makes it worse. Consider how Carno's just blatantly showing child porn on the fucking screen and shittily censor. I had to put more censorings in this fucking video because he kept showing it like multiple times, poorly censored. So yeah, that's just really fucking weird.
No, I have a question for you. Is this your persona or not your persona? Can you at least give us a simple answer, please? And also, what's up with you being full-blown porn? Not just the tame stuff, which I don't think is the tame thing, like quote-unquote tame. Full-blown, wait, non-consensual porn art.
I didn't know that Sal has Alzheimer's, so this is just a nothing burger. Also, didn't you request random minors for porn and request them to make porn of fictional minors? And plus, you're the same person who casually admitted that you have a rapist OC, so I don't want to fucking hear it.
That he's a known SA.
Absolutely disgusting, by the way. I almost puked, but let me stay focused.
Hey, explain this, Noah. Like, continue, explain this. Do this. Non-consensual to Alan Stone at the time. Sal, who had dementia. This is 100% gross. And she needs to be called out for this for a pretty good reason. And here's something else I have.
This is talking about Lily's character that was drawn by Noah. Carno said in his video, and I did text him about it, he did get permission from Noah.
And I do want to say this. I was irresponsible. Like, yeah, what I just did, I was unaware of what we did. And we actually consented to the roleplay. At the time, I was unaware. She was 14 years old. Since she has a tendency to lie, being like 18 to 20, but she's been lying for us for ages. I was still 17 years old and still in high school.
I mean, Carno isn't innocent per se, but he isn't as bad as Noah painted him out.
Keep that screenshot and this guy, Ryan, in mind later. Trust me, it is relevant.
October 2022 is when Noah decided to start again. Mekon, my memory so clear I do not want to go near her, and she had the bright idea to share stuff with Zab to publicly mock me on a community tab.
One of your friends literally invalidated Noah for being a sexual assault victim, so I could give a rat's ass and I'm making fun of you on a fucking community page. Also, from what I can remember, this was around the time I cut contact with Mekan. I don't even interact with them anymore for personal reasons. I got that screenshot from Noah, which at the time they interacted with Mekan.
Let's not get into that because that's just petty, that's what it's that video. But October 2022 is when I say the worst October in my opinion. Because Mekon and Noah falsely accused me of grooming Noah. I was freaking the hell out, and rightfully so. I was able to go to hide for a few months. I made this document in as well, and I do gotta apologize for making that. It was poorly aged considering what Playmon did, but it's not really relevant now, like for this video. Ryan at the time believed Noah and knew my server, which Ryan has long since apologized to me like around a few months ago.
Did NASA actually destroy your server?
Yes, I'm over it. Shit happens. I apologized to him about it too.
Because yeah, shit happens, and well, okay, we'll get over it. Granted, there'll be a small number of people who still have grudge over stupid stuff about me, but that's about it. Let me the first time that happened. Look, the reason why I'm being a tiny bit vague because I really
oh my god, I don't fucking care.
We didn't know what to talk about, and that's how we moved on. Until early November 2023 happened, which decided to reignite it! Early 2023, Noah started again. I do believe this is either out of spite or something else. I think this is most likely out of spite. Goji, the Green Kaiju, I have no idea how to pronounce it. I'm sorry I put it on it. I'm really sorry. Explain this in this video.
So, babes, new shit. Carno has yet to delete his messages with me, even though I asked him to. And that's the whole reason I didn't want people to talk about it.
And this is something that fucks me over. So, I remember the conversation I had with Noah. She said she's against these type of things. But yet, she's going around saying these awful things and getting with people.
Like, does this look like she started up again out of spite? Because I think this does. Ryan made a video on me, which is now illicit because this doesn't stand by that anymore because I don't even know what he's doing, and trust me, we will get in on chapter 5. It wasn't until mid-2023 that's when it got worse. Skylar, the tool that I ran video on with a fraudulent cardboard strike, which I have a link below, is still fair use 80% of the video on iron.
You know, I mentioned Skylar in my video before, but I also said that he isn't relevant in the slightest, so really, I don't understand why he's brought into the conversation as if he's personally involved other than making a rant on you.
On Ryan's video. So I do think you should probably take it down if Skylar listens, because he never listens. Trust me, he's so angry today. And Goji, the Green Kaiju, he said this to me.
Hey, so I've watched Redacted's video, and I want to apologize for making 2 videos on you. I've heard what happened, and I hate that's fact I did that to you. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to talk to you and get your side of the story. If you don't accept my apologies, that's fine, I wouldn't accept mine either.
Hey man, I accept your apology. It's all good.
Thanks. I'll be hearing your side as much I want to help. I promise myself not to do something like that again because of the burnout situation.
Also, if you are wondering where my Skylar rant is, he took it down, but I still have it saved.
I know, I've made a post about it.
Yeah, but I still got the video saved.
Good.
Yeah.
If only it was that simple from Sav, but that's probably the next video. Because of what they did, I went to hide because of stuff. Noah got a lot of people involved, and I have some screens of what she said. Valgame made porn out of me and her. I had the sense of proof. Here's the proof. And he stole from a request. His excuse? Because I was mad. That's what he said, which is not a valid excuse. And he said I sent my fans after him? Which is like zero proof just made up from him. Proves that he has a grudge. It's not even funny. But I do have this from his account.
I just found out Carno Productions wanted Leo Convoy to dox both me and Noah. The hate he gets is well deserved.
And yeah, what he says before, do not harass him. That doesn't make you a lie either. 2 wrongs don't make a right at all. That includes you lying about me, because I see you lying about me, dude. Where is the proof? This translates to, it just found that Carno Productions want to allow Carno to dox both me and Noah. The hate he gets is well deserved. Yet, Noah wanted to dox me. Yeah, I said it right. And the ex-people said so. So you mind sending me the proof, Falcon? Oh wait, you don't have any proof because it doesn't exist. But I have an issue with you calling me critical, transphobic, homophobic, and racist, and ableist, and many more. When I'm not. Like, mind getting proof instead of just the memes, I mean? Like, come on, is that hard? Now,
this is really ironic considering the fact you literally doxed me and you got my dox from fucking Andrew. Wait. What did you say earlier? Something like, I don't know, two wrongs don't make a right. Oh yeah, that's really funny because this should also be applied to you as well. Also, about you being a bigot and such, then what is it? Is it true? Is it not true? Make up your fucking mind. Also, about the ableism part, you saying that it wasn't true, about that.
You're retarded.
That's the child predator I was talking about.
Yo, is this person fucking retarded?
Predator.
Yo, is this person fucking retarded? Yo, is this person fucking retarded?
Retarded. You're retarded. Getting retarded. And when the comments start whining in the comments about how to say retard, just shut up. If it's autistic slur, then I have every I can say it. I'm Hispanic myself, so I can use a Hispanic slur as I want.
Carno, this might be rocket science to you, but I don't know, man. Maybe if you're targeting people with that word, that's automatically considered ableist. I'm also autistic. I don't care if people reclaim the word retard, but it's another thing when you're just targeting it to other people. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this. I wouldn't be responding to your video against me. Consider you addressed most of the issues you had with me in this video, which I'll be really honest here. Unlike you, I actually have a fucking life than being chronically online. Maybe I would give a shit if it was 2024 me, but I ain't that person no more, if I'm gonna be really honest with you. Unless if there's something that I really need to address that's considered important, I don't really care what you have to say about me. Oh yeah, to say this now, I know you're trying to dox me and you have my dox because of Andrew. So if you actually include my dox in the thumbnail or in the video regards about me that you're making, I wouldn't hesitate to take the video down for privacy violations, since you want to talk so much about being worried about being doxed by Noah.
Oh, Noah, if you're watching this, you need to address this on your YouTube. And Sap, if you're watching this, if you choose not to care, I'm gonna be rightfully mad. But if you do not know, you have a rude awakening. And allegedly, someone told Ryan that you know everything about him.
Oh, this fucking guy? You're relying source off of him? Oh my fucking god, dude. So, if you don't know who North Station is, I don't know if this rings a bell, but I made my video on Windy Swack, and he was the reason why I had evidence against this person for grooming someone who was 13 while they were 16. At the time, we used to be good mutuals until they stabbed me in the back and for some reason decided to befriend Windy Swack and was like romantically in love with them knowing that they're a groomer. But once they got rejected by Windy Swack, they would go to stalk and basically obsessively harass Windy Swack on a daily basis. Obviously, I don't like Windy Swack. They're a piece of shit. But what I can say is that North Station is doing this for the wrong reasons. This has been a repeating pattern because it happened to Noah when they were trying to be friendly with North Station. When Noah was mutuals with North Station, he would constantly obsessively harass them just because they were in a relationship with someone else and didn't talk to North Station 24/7. The only reason why they used to be in contact with Carno was because Noah ended up cutting contact from North Station because he was literally getting upset that Noah was on a date with their significant other. So pretty much, North Station got butthurt because Noah didn't like them that way, so they sided with their groomer for petty reasons. So yeah, given that information, I wouldn't really trust North Station, consider the fact he's only doing this because he's petty, and that he has a personal grudge on Noah.
She knows everything about Noah, good and bad.
Because if you're gonna be a quote-unquote groomer with the most garbage proof ever, yet Noah groomed 2 people, you need to 3 people to suicide, and if you choose not to kill, you're deplorable. I'm being honest, you are deplorable. In mid-2023, Noah made aliens by the name of Beatrice, who was taking advantage of someone named Joseph. Noah first contacted Joseph as Beatrice in early 2023. Now, I do not have a specific date when this happened, and during that time, Noah groomed Joseph and made very concerning drawings on them. Now, without giving proper context or knowing, you might think this is Noah, but you can see these arts are kind of similar. Alright, here's Beatrice's artwork with quotes, and here's Noah's artwork. You can see, these guys are very, very similar. But actually, now to everything clicked. Joseph confronted Noah on Valentine's Day, 2024. Here's all the information we have, all the screenshots.
I'm very sorry. I just have been feeling good at all. I really want to spend time with you. But I've been feeling weak and just overall tired and depressed. I know it's no excuse. I'm sorry. But all this with my family and ever since I've moved it's just been horrible.
I understand if you want to break things off. It's totally understandable. But I've been focused a lot on school and I have work now. It's been hard to manage everything, you know. I can totally see you with someone that will give you more attention. But I want you to know right now. I'm really busy and I think maintaining a relationship would be really hard.
I'm sorry, bud. This is Noah's account. And it's the same art style. I honestly think you're Noah, and the fact it's really convenient you pop up right now, when you could have popped up earlier, is really interesting.
I have. You weren't online?
I tried having the benefit of the account. What do you mean I've been online 24/7 basically?
I saw Alice and Sam online. Multiple times.
I have my setting as do not disturb, not that I'm offline. I may have been offline due to a power outage, or due to me having a life and probably doing other things. But I've been online for a huge chunk of time, and even then, you could have still contacted me.
I'm sorry. I truly should have been better, and I understand why you're frustrated.
I know it's you, Noah, cut the bullshit. I know those fake sexual harassment claims against me. Funny how technically you're the sexual harasser and a groomer, nay. That's the same art style.
I have my own account on TikTok. I just never touched it.
It's hard to imitate a art style perfectly, I should know.
I told you I followed someone else's style. I can give you their ad if you want.
Oh really? So you just fucking confirmed you're Noah? God.
By the way, Joseph replied. How dare you care about me? My fake account comment me lying. Giggles.
You make me sick.
That's not my account, that's not mine. I never post on my account.
You just fucking made that right now, I bet. Yeah.
No, I didn't. I've had this for a while.
I don't want to sound emo, but I really thought you weren't Noah. Help, look how you MF draw. It's the exact same girly.
I can show you if I figure how to show my account creation.
Hi, I'm ex-best friends. Here on slideshow 101 is why Beatrice is not a fucking real person even if I try to think otherwise. 1. Conveniently showing up. You are never here until Noah starts bitching about, oh, I miss my Joey poo. And then going over to actually sexually assault, harass and groom me.
This is just, I'm confused and hurt. I'm sorry. I came to take some time to talk to you. I'm sorry. Here's the person that used an inspiration.
Girl, what? That's not proof. That's just showcasing this art style, but IT doesn't disprove.
I don't seem similar in my opinion. Right now it's 3 a.m. I might go back to sleep. I took time to text you today. I guess that was a bad idea. Again, I'm sorry.
No, they're the fucking same. Look at the lashes and how awkward symmetry, or how you basically fucking admitted to it. Even the fucking Enryo. Look. Same line width, same line texture. Holy shit.
I know some of you guys would think, wait, isn't it possible to trace the artwork? The answer is yes, but the issue, big issue, is that this is more her art style. Like, this is her.
Now, that was obviously really serious accusations being thrown at Noah, especially when he accused me of being associated with a supposed groomer. I'll say this right now. This is completely false, and I'll explain why. There are 2 separate times of Noah catfishing Joseph. The first one we don't really have that much info on because Noah doesn't exactly remember the major details. But there is info about the second time they catfished Joseph. The second time is when Joseph was sexually harassing a TikTok art celebrity by the name of Pumpkin Gentleman. This was way before he got called out for defending Lolicon and reposting such, but that's besides the point. Joseph would stalk and sexually harass Pumpkin Gentleman non-stop, and Noah saw this going down and didn't like it. Now, I'll say this, I don't encourage what Noah did, which is out of revenge, they catfished Joseph to get them to stop sexually harassing Pumpkin Gentleman. I know Joseph would say there's no proof of this ever happening and them being a sexual degenerate, but there literally is, and he cannot fucking deny that. But, anyways, I don't condone what Noah did. They should have handled it in a different way. But was this grooming? Let's actually look at the screenshots here. From what we see, Noah didn't have any intent with Joseph when they catfished him. It's pretty consistent with their reasoning as to why they did it, which is trolling. The definition of grooming is to isolate the victim, to take advantage of them when they're vulnerable, whether intent they have, sexual, terrorist, financial, blackmail, psychological, or cults. They would make them vulnerable by gaining their trust to make them do what they want them to do. Noah didn't have any of those intentions other than to troll them. They didn't have sexual, nor financial, nor blackmail intent. So no, this wouldn't be classified as grooming just cause they catfished them. It's wrong, sure, but it's not grooming. Also, it's really ironic how Joseph would claim Noah as a groomer while they also manipulated Noah into having a psychotic break about them being a Vietnamese war veteran when they were mentally vulnerable. And you might be thinking I'm making this shit up, but I'm genuinely not. There is actual screenshots of Joseph sending audios where they manipulated Noah into thinking they're an actual Vietnamese combat war veteran, saying that they were that person in their past life and actually raped Joseph. Again, you might be thinking that I'm genuinely lying about this, but I'm not. I'm being dead ass serious. And also, Joseph has a repeating pattern of calling other people he doesn't like groomers, especially Shelly, the victim of Andrew, telling Shelly to become exactly like Andrew for sexually harassing people when they were 12. Even when Shelly
lied about their age, they were still calling them a groomer when their real age was revealed, especially when Shelley apologized for this. Instead of telling a literal child from right to wrong, they compared them to their predator. I don't care what way you're trying to defend yourself with that. That is extremely fucked up regardless what type of argument you have for this. And honestly, this guy is a reliable source considered a track record, especially since they make racist stereotypes out of Asian people. Not only is anti-Semitic, pro-neo-Nazi, it has also said racial slurs. And I'll say this, Carno, even if Noah is a supposed horrid person that you made him out to be, are we just not gonna talk about the fact that you were willing to talk to multiple child predators, send porn in Elliot's server full of minors when you were 17, and you're also a groomer yourself? No? Okay.
Undeniable proof. You can see from side to side. This is her. This is Sam Dilo. I think I'm Portuguese. I don't speak Portuguese. I don't really speak Ronaldo, so yeah, I know people are gonna say that's good racist, but it's a joke. Take a joke.
That is just blatant xenophobia. Also, ironic how you're telling people to take a damn joke when you're being blatantly xenophobic to Noah while also getting upset over staged screenshots of me dissing on white people.
In translate this, it means untitled. Why I confronted her on the 1st October 2023 about her cheating.
You didn't really care at all. Considering you even cheated on him.
What? Ryan?
Polysexuality is cheating.
I literally did not know that. Because I dated someone who was poly and they told me it was okay to date other people, regardless, again, not right for me to do.
She has had multiple ex-boyfriends. Not one, not two, multiple. All of whom got cheated on by her. Christ, no wonder she has a body count. This guy's one at best. Probably get goddamn attacked by a Nogo's weight.
Fat shaming Noah while also getting upset at people just because they didn't give a shit that you starved yourself and got sent to the hospital for it.
Also teaming up with Noah, you know, the person who made me starve myself and take me to the hospital. This is a real picture of what happened here.
If you're going to body shame and fat shame people, maybe be fucking consistent and don't get upset when people do the same thing to you. Like how you said something earlier, how like, oh, take a fucking joke or something. Yeah, that should be applied to you.
I'm gonna skip my whole tangent on polysexuality for good reasons. Another reason, because you don't want to hear me ranting a lot. There's also more stuff Noah did to us, like sexualizing her character, which she keeps claiming is a critical reminder in this drawing. There's also this gender swap drawing that was made by an ex-friend named Bonnie the Cackle Demon. Also, Bonnie, if you're watching this, I'm aware that you are following on Twitter. I'm being for real right now. You doing this, doing Noah's BS, is making me very suspicious.
Oh my god, who the hell can...
This was known to sexualize self-harming. Yeah, she did that.
It's just false and you're just pulling this out of your fucking ass. They didn't have a crush on Leanie. They were upset over Tuna telling Noah that Joseph called Noah disgusting and expressed it in an unhealthy way, which was self-harming. I'm not condoning this, obviously, but we're not just gonna sit here and fucking lie about it either.
Oh hey, imagine someone wanted me to kill myself and said she was proud of it. Nice!
No, cuz, is this you?
I've said this before, and I've said it again. If someone sent you a death threat, block and ignore the fool. It's not that hard if you ask me. I get threats all the time, and look at me, I don't care at all. I'm done with worse stuff.
Again, you can't be bitching and moaning about how, oh, you get fucking death threats. Meanwhile, you're also telling people to get over death threats. You're a self-proclaimed edgelord, and yet you get upset when people send you death threats? If you claim so much how you don't care, then take your own fucking advice and block me then.
Don't give me the rundown. Zap, also say Like a Dad, is an all-commentary channel, so we know she's sensitive. Whose channel was made on May 23rd, 2017. Though she might have made other accounts, but to be honest, who cares? She's also made this very garbage video on me, which I consider one of, if not the worst video I've ever seen. I've seen like all garbage videos. That's just saying something. But that's our next video, which I gotta edit the script now because I gotta do this again, which is not gonna be fun. Great job. Noah proves like contact Zap, like last year, I made this horrible video on me. I heard that allegedly. She knows that Noah's a groomer. Which I really hope it's not true, but if it is, I'm gonna go berserk on for pretty good reasons, cause...
Shut your bitch ass up, nigga. Nobody asked you that a bitch ass thing. Don't shut the fuck up.
Me, after thinking about that one specific person, I don't miss him. I miss the memories. I don't really fucking care if this gets to him at this point. He already hates me.
Yeah, by what? People are being abusive to him? Oh yeah, she did that to him. She was abusive to him and cheated on him multiple times. For context, she's accused of acting he quote abused of a big ass clothes, when it was the other way around.
Whenever I did that, she would always think that she was the problem, even though I explained it 100 times, right?
I'm gonna cut the clip because Jacob says himself that he does not want this shit to be out there, and Carno just basically crosses boundaries and puts the call out there anyways, even though it's meant to be private, especially Noah and Jacob's issues are meant to be private, not to be out there on the internet. And even if I want to commentate on this, this clip brings no evidence and it's just really vague.
Oh, this is just so stupid.
The song is literally pro-rape. It isn't anything like, rape from Nirvana. which is anti-rape. I'm not offended by the song at all. What I was offended by was the fucking grain, because no fucking human with an actual stable mental health would even think about drawing that shit. Here's a drawing by the head to call his yipping.
But one of the hypocritical point, I managed to go through her Spotify. Yes, she has a Spotify. And what I found? Not one, not two, but 3 death metal bands. Accidental suicide, death, serial killing, murder, and go and see that kind of stuff like go and sickness, western gore, good band by the way, sickness, germs, gore.
And how is that comparable to rape and murder again? Other than the fact that they're both immoral, obviously rape is worse than murder, so again, this point is a nothing burger. Also, it wasn't about the lyrics nor the song, it's about you actually drawing it and publicizing it. You are so fucking illiterate, oh my god, someone fucking sedate me.
Make it stop. Somebody sedate me!
He actually called Cannibal Corpse Throw Away because of a song. You cannot make this up. This is nothing like Nirvana, Noah. Look at lyrics of Cannibal Corpse. Hey, fun fact guys, extreme metal bands have extreme lyrics and allow me to fate of what? Oh, wow, shocker. Welcome to the extreme music scene. We're known as protecting for your living. Death metal is one because it's death metal. Go back to listen to your sleep talking to me, that's because that's for some asses.
You listen to a mainstream fucking death metal band, I don't want to fucking hear it, shut up.
Which is what Noah likes. But before that, Joseph, also known as victims, she accused of sexually harassing Pumpkin the Drumming Guy. Yes, that Pumpkin. Now the whole Pumpkin the Drumming Guy situation, I will not discuss this here. Just watch these videos. But Noah said that Joseph is quote-unquote best friends with him. And there's a little meme page on him, like the Know Your Meme page section. That's saying something. And Joseph got this from her Twitter.
Crazy how you said you my victim when I was the one who rejected you, which then you made a whole ass comic of me talking about how Pump's just not ready for us because of his trauma.
Hi Pumpkin. I don't know if you remember me as I go by a different user on TikTok. I was alerted by one of my friend about this point. I'm not here to look at your account. I'm just here to tell people to stay away from this person as this person has also spread false info on me as well as many others. I'm Noah, and I was at some point in my life this person's best friend. I did messed up things to them which I'm not proud of and I carry that same every day, but I did it to protect other people. This person's known to lie and make false claims about a lot of serious stuff.
Whoa, Noah. Okay, so let me get this straight. So you literally catfished and groomed Joseph for a good reason to protect other people? What? What? What is up with this woman?
Among them are rape situations, child abuse, etc., etc. This has been a recurring issue with this particular user. A lot of people who are now my best friends have suffered at the hands of this person. They are also really obsessed with the Vietnam War, claiming to have had a past life in it. This user is or was racist towards Vietnamese people, but yet had a strange obsession with the Vietnamese women, which really doesn't click in my brain. Look, it's my OC Lily. Lily is Russian.
This is gonna be rocket science to you guys, but if someone introduces some racial stereotypes and racial slurs and racist behavior, they're gonna repeat the same fucking behavior. Again, I don't see any criticism for Joseph doing the same fucking thing, but whatever, Carno, play double standards.
I don't really care what gets out there about me, because it all happened when I was 14 to 15 and I was really fucking stupid and I obviously need to take accountability. But I'm not gonna stand here and let this person go off without any consequences. Here's also some proof that he even have videos for Pumpkin. The one that's cropped, you can see he's looking at Pump's persona, so he indeed have a crush on him.
And to make it special for you, it's being released on your birthday. Happy birthday.
Nigga, go get a job. Stop smoking weed. Get off your couch. Fat lip ass dude. Go do something with your life.
This gets more intense, insane each day. So I'll give you a rundown in a nutshell. North, who was on Noah's side at the time, pretty much went AWOL on the server. All of a sudden, DM'd me on July 6, 2025. He DM'd me wanted me on my side because he knows a garbage human being.
About that.
Considering that she's a manipulative person, yeah, makes sense. He also sent me this.
Okay, fine, what is it?
Hop on voice call. We need to talk. You don't need to talk.
Okay, I won't speak with my voice cause my family's at home.
Okay.
I can't go anywhere else, it's raining.
Bro, fuck you, bro.
Not just that, she also said this to him.
Diddy blood.
Noah. Did you realize what you have done?
I was able to get into this group chat. However, at the time, I was out of the house and swimming in the pool. And this is gonna be a lot to unpack for, so yikes.
The coffin of Andy and Lele community changed the meaning of that word for me.
You can't really go back in that community because of Carno. No wonder he's into it though. He's a weirdo.
Ouch.
That's like a literal shit post, so again, this is just a nothing burger. Also, I don't really like how these screenshots are extremely vague because I don't know what's the context behind these.
Her relationships she knows. Or does she only know what Noah paints herself to be? If she knows regarding her own relationships,
she knows everything about Noah, good and bad.
Then she's either extremely biased or delusional, so like, she calls out other people for being groomers, but excuses it for Noah. What?
By the way, same person who glazes fucking Carno, mind you. Also, I'll just say this now, because I don't know if people paid attention about what I said about North. I used to be friends with him. I cut contact from him a year ago, given how deplorable he is. But, anyways.
Like I've said before a while back, if Sav did know what she did, and harm multiple people, I'm gonna go ape on her. But she doesn't know. Rude awakening. I'm sorry for repeating myself, but this I'm just trying to make sense. And here's what Nova said.
Well, he's lying. Because the Danny person's currently 18 and if they were 13 when this happened. This was 5 years ago. Carno is currently 21 years old. Just take 5 years and it gives you 16.
What was this you might say? Well, and I'm who I'll keep anonymous because I do not want him to get dragged into this stupid stuff. He wanted to get her side, and this is what she said. At the time, I was 14 years old. I'm 21 now.
This is also not true. He literally interacted with this 12-year-old sexually while he was 16. Even if it was false, he still sent porn in Elliot's server when he was 17 and Elliot being 13. This is pedophilia, and if not, cutting it way too close for that.
And I'm who I'll keep anonymous because I do not want him to get dragged into this stupid stuff. He wanted to get her side, and this is what she said. At the time, I was 14 years old. I'm 21 now. As this video, almost a decade ago. I'm gonna say this to Professor. I'm so sorry for that question I did. I'll be open for a conversation with you on Discord, but I do want to say that you talking to Skylar is not a good idea for pretty obvious reasons. Due to him driving someone to almost commit suicide, along being a full-blown racist and a doxer. The whole law is unedited, by the way, so no editing software. Just I'm saying the whole law N-word. Yet I'm the bad guy for saying it with an A in the end.
As if it makes it any better, why the fuck are you defending that? Also, congratulations for proving to us that you like touching kids, Carno. Oh my god, you're so fucking dumb, you're cooked for life.
An 8, but that is passable. Give me a break. No one could have looked at the date and my birthday and think, oh, he was 14 at the time. But nope, she decided to double down and continue the lie.
They said they were 14.
Carno?
Yes.
Well, he's lying. Because the Danny person's currently 18 and if they were 13 when this happened. This was 5 years ago. Carno is currently 21 years old. Just take 5 years and it gives you 16.
At the time, I was 20 years old. I am 21 now. And the fact she lied is made me think she's intentionally lying to ruin my life. Which she did, that I could legally sue her. The issue is that she was a porn, which makes it difficult. Oh yeah. No, did you also look at the birthday and do you think this was, oh, it was 2004? It's 2024? That was just 21. That's not how dates work, no-go. Considering you look like no-go, that's saying something, I'm just saying. No one also brought my ETS stuff. I mean, when I was especially 18. But looking back at it, it just makes you cringe. Like, along the 2033 and considered one of my worst projects of all time. I stopped doing it like a few years ago, but I do occasionally mention him for like jokes, but that's about it. I do want to make it so clear before you guys forget what I said, because there are some people who are against me either intentionally skipping some important stuff, or the other reason they forgot others. So, nice. Me and Noah consented at roleplay, and I've said this multiple times. I had no idea she was 14 years old and I was 17. And the fact that Noah keeps dragging us on like on the mud since 2022 is pretty irritating. I have apologized. But at least try to have someone contact me and say, hey, excuse me, get rid of that, thank you. But nope, she kept going over and over again, especially in that garbage video.
Didn't you admit you wanted to jump me in private, though? Of course I wouldn't want to talk to you if you plan on to isolate me and get access to my private server. I'm sensing a pattern here. And not only that, also threatening Noah as well if they didn't make a response at the end.
Address this before December 31st, 2024 at the end of this year. If you respond and try to justify your actions or pull the victim card, I will respond and destroy all your arguments. You've lied about me? Multiple times. I'm not perfect. I never was, I never will. I have screwed up a lot in my past. And I'm gonna take full responsibility for my actions, cause I screwed up a lot. That's how life is. But you've lied to me about so many stuff. Serious stuff I will add, that's life ruining. You tried to make people believe you with the most garbage proof ever. You have until the end of this year to respond. Do not lie and do not run.
As in the claims that I made, as in him getting access to my private server and is planning to jump me, I don't have the evidence for that anymore and I'm really sorry for that. But consider a fact he's threatening Noah by giving them a timestamp, otherwise, like, something bad would happen. I think that says enough to substantiate the proof that I have in the claims. But, anyways.
Okay, now this is the alleged stuff, so that means there's no proof, there's testimonies. So take it with a grain of salt, but I am not gonna lie about this. Because she is a serial liar, and I'll put him in the list.
This is more of a nitpick, but if you're proving how you're innocent, why are you including stuff that has no source? I know this sounds stupid coming from me, because I also do that, but the difference is I try to find source for it. That or people have been repeating the same information that lines up with the testimony, but anyways.
1, the stuff she's been alleged to be doing, and 2, her being a total hypocrite. The first one is just so damn stupid, it's not even funny. It's like when someone makes a joke about her home country, Portugal, she will get mad. Like, actually genuinely mad. Yeah, I bet at face value how dumb that sounds. Let me say this clearly. No matter what country you're in, people are gonna make jokes about your country, whether you're gonna like it or not.
Oh, but if no one makes jokes about Americans and said racist stuff, you cry racism? Again, I'm just pointing out the irony here, not condoning what Noah did.
Take it or leave it. Someone told me that Noah makes fun of other countries, but if someone talks about Portugal, that's a big old no-no. So, well, yes, that's it. I can't call Portugal Noah now. So, good to know. Because there's a few that doesn't know anything about Portugal besides these things. That's the point. It's for Nolan, after all. For legal reasons, this is a joke. The second one is a racism. So this someone named Jones, who is making his own video on her, and during the call, Noah said the N-word. With the whole R, like, the whole R N-word. Like, they made that example. No people like say, oh, could have been racist with saying the end with the A. Meanwhile, Noah said with the whole R to an actual black person. And I told Jones about this, and he said this to me.
Yo, Jones, just asking. Did Noah say the hard R to you? I'm currently working on the script.
No, but she said this to me.
Moral of the story, you're black.
What does that mean?
It means you're not the right color.
Yes, this is her. She actually said this. The N-word is censored, but yeah, this is her.
Your little friend group said more racial slurs and did more racist shit than Noah did. Especially what Ryan said about immigrants and their takes on ICE. Cause no, is this you? Is this you? Guys, if they're a legal immigrant, they deserve to get fucking deported. I have no sympathy for them whatsoever. But Carno isn't as bad as Noah painted him out to be. Fucking hypocrite, oh my god.
He screams, "Lose with thee, not for me." Not only that, he told me that Noah's dad, her actual dad, called him the hard R N-word as a troll. Like, Jesus Christ!
Her dad did call me the N-word, if I remember though.
Like her actual dad?
Yeah, he said a lot of racist stuff to me as a troll. Like, bro, you're 70-something years old, you finna die in like 5 years from now on.
That isn't Noah's fault. Noah has said it before to me and others how they don't condone their dad being racist, so I don't know why you're trying to put the blame on them.
The other allegation is multiple of them. That's the first one. Noah allegedly abused her sisters.
Again, I'm cutting this clip out for privacy reasons, but this is also unreliable. It's just Jacob's word. And the only time they quote-unquote abused their siblings is when they hit them when they're play fighting.
Okay, I'm taking off my glasses for this and putting them back on because Jesus Christ. Why? Why? Jesus Christ. I know I really hope this isn't true, but considering this is now confirmed to be true by X and other people in the voice call. Oh my god. I'm speechless. There's also an allegation that she was claiming that Beatrice was AOA's, and she was also making a lot of anti-Semitism remarks towards Alan.
Wait, she called you a Yeah, I'm using that slur as an example.
From what I know of, Noah doesn't remember saying the K slur unless you show proof, because all I'm seeing is hearsay. Also, aren't you friends with Jacob who did a Nazi salute?
I think it's a Nazi out of all things. Alright. Okay. Can someone tell me what's up with this woman? Like, the fact that she's getting a pass? It just made me want to bang my head to the goddamn wall. I remember when I wanted to tell the group trying to calm away, but at the time Megan forced me to ban people she didn't like, including Joseph for making Jordan Vietnam War. Alright, I'm gonna say this right now. Making dog jokes on the Vietnam War or anything, I personally find it funny. Yep, I say like, you can now like sick dog twist a joke. That's 100% fine. Go ahead and find new stuff, funny. I like offensive and really messed up jokes. But they don't find funny, and if I do, just go away. Well, so. Not just let them call them racist or whatever. I'm gonna say this right now. If you're listening to this, here's what I'm gonna say. People are gonna make jokes on whatever the hell you want to make jokes about. You're not gonna like it. You have to accept it or leave it. I have a very dark twisted sense of humor. If you don't like my type of humor, hey, guess what? That's fine. That's 100% fine. Just go away, but do not attack people with jokes. So I had to re-record this because I got some more information. So, Noah's BFF, Mekon, allegedly spammed real, highly illegal material towards Alan. With real and drawn. Now, during the voice call I was in, I asked Jake that question saying if it was true. He said it was true, like confirmed to be true.
Okay, so from what I'm getting at, you're trusting random fucking hearsay. So to you, that's automatically proof. So, let's say for an example, what if I hypothetically said you have a scat fetish? Is that automatically true? Because I said it myself. And if one of my friends confirmed it, that's automatically true, even though there's no fucking source. Because what I'm getting at is that you're trusting random fucking hearsay instead of actually giving proof for the claims you're making, because these are serious claims that you're not providing proof for.
And now we're going into hypocritical stuff. You see men that she listens to these bands, but I can't go song? That's a big old no-no. Cry me a river, welcome to death metal. Go back to you, Miku, sleep token. But we, on the other hand, it's not about brutality. Well, most bands are, but I like mine brutal. But is it that hard to look at the lyrics and look what they're saying? Oh, there's a horse stuff. But no, the poor way. People are idiots! Alright, the conclusion. I never get this physically mad, but this is legit one few times where I actually get mad. The amount of people who are defending her is seen as a oh mama, it's been a little mama. When in reality, she has harmed many people. Myself, Joseph, Alan, her ex, Ryan, Jones, and many more. There could be more people. The fact that Sav is actively defending her is legit making me want to get so furious. I don't know how to fucking describe it. I'll say this again. I don't know if I'm gonna say it again, but who knows? Sav, if you're watching this, pass this to Noah. Or Noah, if you're somehow watching this, you're gonna actually explain it publicly. If you're gonna try pulling goddamn Clint Bollinger, I'm going to lose my sanity. If Sav tries to excuse you, I'm gonna be goddamn brutal, to the point I'm gonna have the urge to snap.
Sav tries to
to excuse you? I'm gonna be so goddamn brutal to the point I have the urge to snap. My guy, I could care less. Shut the fuck up. You're built like a damn fruit fly. You can't do shit.
Anyone trying to defend Nova, if it blocked, removed, or mocked. To anyone who was, oh my Nova, I want to say this. I want to say I'm so sorry what you've been through. You have nothing being from condolences. As a victim of her, it hurts seeing your ex-friend do this. To this day, I still blame myself for introducing some my friends to her. To this day, it still haunts me. The people who still support her, I want to say shame on you. You're listening to a serial liar and an actual groomer. If you refuse to listen to Noah's victims, what they've been through, I'm generally thinking you guys are actually that dumb. Like, it's not even funny. So do me in the world a favor, Noah. You pack your bags and leave. You're responsible? You're evil? And you lie about everything. I'm sorry I nearly got this emotional, but all the lies that Noah did, all the harm she did, being straight up the same thing that she slandered me on. It's just heartbreaking. It makes me want to rage. She legit wanted to talk to me. Like, straight up Noah I actually live. Not like state, not like country, straight out of my house. I think we moved, which is good, but still, if that's not a way to break someone's personal life, I don't know what makes you think that's actually the best thing to do to someone who's falsely accused of very serious things. I'm sorry for, like, getting upset and emotional. It's just, it hurts seeing what your ex-friends do this. I wouldn't expect this will happen. I didn't expect this will happen. It hurts. Like, it generally hurts. Alright, but it's time for me to, be honest once. I want to say this. I'm 100% so sorry for all my actions I did back then. Me being irresponsible, a douchebag to people, being an egotistical asshole, being degenerate and cringe when I was under 18. I'm going to take 100% full responsibility for my actions. And I'm going to acknowledge all my screw-ups I did and be a better man. Bracket, I do want to apologize for you dragging to my BS by mentioning you in my video. Lucky, I wanted to apologize to you. I did apologize for him in the screenshot, and I'm not looking for forgiveness. I'm just being honest. I know people don't like me because of my attitude, and I gotta accept it. To everyone who I harmed, my douchey attitude, my general past, me being an egotistical asshole, douchebag, and watching people, I will say this. I am so sorry. I know that people will forgive me. I'm not looking for forgiveness. I'm just acknowledging my screw-ups. I'll take 100% full accountability for all my major screw-ups.
Since when? You downplayed everything in this video and you don't even apologize for what you have done. And even then, this is way too late. You took 2 fucking years to respond. And even then, you should have said this in the beginning and not downplayed what you have done. You are insincere and dishonest, and you need to get a fucking life. I'm just gonna skip this section, which is the conclusion, because it's just a nothing burger. He just constantly yaps and then randomly accuses Noah for being an H player, even though obviously it's a fucking troll avatar.
Doing this at like 12 a.m. But a while back, when me and someone were looking through Noah's Roblox stuff, we managed to find one little thing. We went on her upload on a catalog avatar creator, and you know what we found? We found her putting an avatar called Age Play. Age Play. Obviously, I'm not gonna explain what that is, because I don't want to get nauseous, because it's gross. But the fact that Noah made this on Roblox, a platform made for kids, Jesus Christ.
Is this nigga serious? But anyways, I'm just gonna be skipping that and go on to the next section. Finally, this fucking section is done. Oh, this took me way too long.
Lowering my self-esteem and you're going to make me kill myself, I swear to God.
Whatever, go here.
Now, in his past video of him quote-unquote debunking the allegations back in 2024, most people didn't notice nor mention anything about Carno mentioning Bree and talking about them. I was one of those people who didn't notice and mention until, like, now. I got in contact with Bree after I made my said video, and one of the victims of Austin decided to get in touch with me, where we talk about said, basically. And one of the people who were in that group chat was Bree. And when we started talking about Carno, that's when Bree started to open up about their experience with Carno. Now, before I do bring up a clip where Bree gives her testimony about Carno, I'll go over what Carno has to say about Bree. Carno mentions how he was supposed to go on a call with Bree and supposedly ran away for no reason, and then debunks Bree's claims against them.
Head to the debunking of the second one, because they mentioned someone that I haven't talked to in a long while, who presently ran away from a call I was supposed to have. Oh, look who that is! The same person randomly doing a call that I wanted to have with her. Here's the thing about debunk, argument 1.
Constantly made petty events in the vent channel.
Okay, at this point, I gotta agree, you did have a point. Reminder, I was around 16 years old, and pretty much having severe moods in this game mad over the small things. Now look, I'm not defending myself on my past actions. As of recording, I am now 20, and this was 3 or 4 years ago, and I have changed a lot, and I mean a lot as a person. I've grown up, but if you decided to hold this today, you're just petty.
Went behind my back to invite people into an archive server of mine.
Womp womp. Not only did you say this, but I got kicked. So I'm gonna ask the people in the server what's going on, and they said like what he did was like screwed up, which I'm not gonna defend myself. I have messed up a lot. I messed up a lot in my past. Did I deserve getting kicked? Yeah. Only issue that should just told me to quit it and told me now, and I would have listened.
Made the most concerning Tupperbox RPs. 2 characters said something about church burnings.
Yo, is this person fucking retarded?
Okay, these two are black metal stereotypes. I'm a fan of black metal. One of my favorite artists is Dark Funeral. Now you got mad over these 2 characters. Crown's gonna do a lot of changes as of 2024. But I have a question. What are these?
I'm just cutting this off because he's just basically going off topic from here, but that's also the infamous clip where he proudly admits that he has a rapist OC for some reason, just for edgy purposes, but anyways. Now, why am I mentioning this? Because obviously when you first watch Carno's video, you might given into his own testimony about Bree because there wasn't enough actual background of what actually was going down. So why am I mentioning this? Well, since I finally have a testimony of Bree's experience with Carno, I would like to show you guys the said testimony to show what actually happened and their actual experience with Carno. Because obviously, Carno is a compulsive liar and he refuses to tell people what's actually happening with the shit that he does. And since Bree has never been given the chance to actually give their side of the story, I decided to give them that exact chance to explain what actually happened. So ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between, I present you the testimony.
Alright,
Hello!
Alright, I just want to make sure, sorry if I took a bit, I just want to make sure everything's running good because, some people may have an issue with listening to my video, as in, like, there might be echoing, so I want to
No, that's no problem!
No, I know, so I just want to make sure there's no echoing if I end up, like, editing this later on, but anyways, since my memory is a bit fuzzy, I'll start out with, like, the obvious simple questions, that way it's not difficult for me. What was your experience with, Carno?
At the time I met him, we were kind of friends, and I did take part in, like, his 2033 thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, we were, like, friends in, like, multiple servers.
Mm-hmm. And, as in, like, your experience with him, like, how was it?
I would say we were friends at first, but then, like, as soon as I was, like, introduced into the 2033 project, he kind of started rushing me, and some of his behavior in, like, the servers we were in kind of made me uncomfortable.
Like, how so? What was going on in those servers, and how did he make you uncomfortable?
For once, part of, like, why he uncomfortable was, like, he kept, like, bringing up, like, edgy stuff.
He kept what?
And,
like, your mic was cutting out a little bit.
Sorry.
Okay.
Some of the stuff he brought up was, like, kind of edgy.
Like, how so type of edgy? Just, like, gory, graphic, or something, like, sensitive? Like,
Sometimes he would post, like, a gif of, like, I think it was, like, Ozzy Osbourne biting the head off a bat.
Oh, okay, yeah, that is a little bit weird. Besides it having, like, how do I say it? Like, although there's, like, a cultural influence behind it, like, there's really no...
Yeah, I know it's, like, metalhead stuff, but it just kind of made me a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, which, you know, even if it doesn't really matter, because it makes people uncomfortable, consider the fact it's literally just gore. But,
Oh, yeah.
But other than that, what did I also say? Not only it's, like, as in the servers, he was basically just posting gore.
Not, like, gore or anything, but sometimes he would be, like, petty and, like, venting. Like, he made, like, the petty vents.
Like, how petty were the vents, though?
Sometimes he would just be complaining about, like, his classes or, like, something that happened.
Alright. Now, as in, like, rushing, what do you mean by he was, like, rushing you with projects? Like, how did he treat you with certain projects that you had?
So he wanted me to record, like, different lines for, like, the 2033 script. And at the time, there's times I couldn't because I was actually focused on, like, something in real life that was pretty important. And he would, like, force me to say, like, oh, please get it done for this day.
So basically, like, even though you had your own personal life issues, he didn't take that into consideration and still rushed you regardless?
Yeah, but I think he did apologize for that.
Okay. Was there anything else that made you uncomfortable with Carno besides those things?
It was mainly, like, the script that he wanted me to read, because there was one point of it where I played as, like, Sally from The Nightmare Before Christmas. He was, like, portrayed as, like, a hooker, and at the time, he made me, like, kind of, like, act. It would be, like, used in the bedroom.
Ew.
like, how do I say this? So when he was making you when he was forcing you to like say those lines, like, did you tell that you were uncomfortable with it? And if you did, like, what was his response towards it?
I don't think I did tell him I was uncomfortable with it, because like I said, I didn't think of it at the time. I was young.
How old were you at the time?
I don't think it's like it's been a while, so I don't really remember.
Was it like back in 2019? That's the oldest I could probably remember.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was like around 2019.
So you said you were 25, or how old are you?
I'm 22.
Okay, so yeah, you were like 1 year. Okay, yeah, there wouldn't be an age gap issue, but still, that's really weird. Consider like even if you are the same age as Carno, that doesn't really matter. I just want to ask that question just to
No, that's fine.
Yeah, but other than that, like if you didn't verbally tell him that you were uncomfortable, were there like signs you were uncomfortable, as in like you would like move away from that discussion and he would still pressure you, or?
Not really.
Okay. So besides like him being really weird towards you, especially to the server, when did the fallout start, like, from what you could remember, besides that?
I don't remember necessarily when it happened, but there was just some things that he did, like I said, that made me feel uncomfortable, and like the fallout just happened. I just ended up blocking him.
Okay, so besides like the script, did he did other things that make you uncomfortable, or was it only the script of him wanting you to voice sexual stuff?
I think it was just only the sexual stuff.
Okay, alright. I mean, so other than him being weirdly sexually pushy, after you blocked him, what happened after that?
Nothing really happened until like maybe around like 2024. Because that's when the whole thing with Lyle Convoy started.
Okay, so instead of like, I don't know, even if he didn't take accountability for what he has done to you, he could have moved on with his life, but instead he basically wanted to be really petty and try to get Leo Convoy to harass you, basically.
Yeah, because it started, from what I remember, it started because like he wanted to try trying to settle things between me and Nikon.
And as in for context about that, what's going on with that with you and Mikan?
Nikon and I are on good terms now. Like, we've been on good terms. She did apologize to me, like, for things that happened between us. We're on good terms.
Okay, but, I mean, I think I could probably put it in because it's more worthy for context. What happened that Carno was trying to make you resolve with, Leo Convoy about with you and Mikan, if you're comfortable?
I don't necessarily remember, but I think there's, like, past things. Like, for example, at one point she wasn't like right in the head at one point, and accused me of being like a pro shipper, even though that wasn't true.
Oh, what was that about?
I don't know per se. I just only found out from a friend why she called me a pro shipper.
That's so basically they just like say, "Oh, you're a pro shipper," with like no reason as to why you are.
Yeah, because I've never done anything like that in the slightest.
Okay. So due to the fact that Carno wanted to resolve things with you and Mikan by calling with Leo. I mean, what happened with that? I'm sorry if that's.
I can tell you the story.
Yeah, go on.
I was in a different call with like my sister and my IRL friends. We were watching Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah.
And then like midway through the episode we were watching, I get dragged into a group with Carno, a couple of his cronies, and Leo. And he said there was a call happening. Midway through that, I texted my friend about it, saying like, "Oh God, I got dragged into a call with Leo." And the thing is, the call never happened because Lyle was sick. So after that, I just took that opportunity to leave the group.
And what did Carno did after that, once you left the group chat?
I really don't know. I know he made like the video, and like one of his friends called me a pussy for leaving.
I don't know if that video is still up, is it?
I'm not too sure. I found most of the stuff out from Bracket's video.
Okay. I mean, you could correct me on this from what I remember, at least from what my friend told me. You were also being stalked and harassed by this guy for, like, no apparent reason, just because he didn't like you. Was that true?
I think so.
Okay. As in, like, I mean, again, like I said, I don't know if it's
like he was trying to get some of his friends to, like, get me, and I know Sadman was the one who dragged me into the group.
Why did he drag you into the group?
I'm not sure. I think it's because of, like, the call.
Okay, so just the same situation with me.
Yeah, because I got a DM from him saying, like, "Hey, Carno wants to talk to you," and the next thing I know, I practiced the call with Lyle Convoy.
Okay,
just know, I didn't know this happened until Bracket mentioned, like, it was, like, happening months in advance.
I mean, other than that, is there anything else he did with the whole stalking and harassment stuff besides, like, basically just being blatantly petty?
Not that what I remember.
Okay. Because, I remember there was a little more information regards about, like, him stalking and harassing you. Like, I know there was, like, some sort of fallout with someone, and he didn't like it, so he thought it was a good idea to bring a art commentary person in there to, like,
Oh
intimidate
yeah,
you.
but yeah, because like at one point in the video he mentioned like using my art against me.
Hold on. As in, like, what argument he was trying to prove with that, with the art.
Yeah. He was like trying to prove something, like saying like, oh, what are these? Like you drew some of my characters and they're supposed to be edgy.
So basically he's bitching and moaning over fan art that you made?
Correction, most of the stuff was that he asked me to draw that stuff. The only thing that wasn't asked of was the William Bloodclaw drawing, which was a birthday gift for him.
Okay.
Otherwise, he asked me to draw all those things.
I'm just trying to recount my memory a little bit, because I don't know.
Yeah, I'm also trying to recount my memory, because like most of the stuff was like way in the past.
No, I know, it's just that, like, consider that he's currently stalking Noah. I just want to, like, give out a testimony, because I know you
Don't get me, yeah, don't talk to me about that, because I already know. Noah's been talking to me about it too.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, consider her being stalked. I didn't get a testimony. Well, I know you said some things, but I just want to, like, record a testimony just to kind of, like, prove that, like, Carno has a repeating pattern of just stalking people, not only me, Noah, but also...
Oh wait, there's actually another thing that made me uncomfortable with him.
What's up?
So, when I had a server at one point, and there's this thing called Box, and he would RP as, like, characters that did ghost burnings. Those were his OCs, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, dude, that's not cool.
So, what was he role-playing about? Sorry, you were kind of cutting out a little bit.
I'm sorry. So he had two characters that are supposed to be like black metal stereotypes, and they burned down churches.
Oh, yeah,
That's what also made me a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, so basically he was just being an overall, I would say an equivalent to a live leak edgelord type of thing that made you uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And he was, like, getting pissed off of you over, like, stuff that... Let me ask, like, another question. When he dragged you in a call with Leo, was that at the time when Mikan and you went on good terms, or no?
Yes.
Okay,
that
so
was
yeah,
when we were on good terms.
So he was basically just being petty instead of, like, asking you about, like, what's going on with, like, Mikan or whatever. He just wanted to demonize you by dragging you in a call with, like, Leo, basically.
Oh,
or,
yeah.
Like, over, like, personal reasons that you had. I just think that's really fucking dumb.
It is, and he was calling me petty about it.
Yeah, I don't really think he could talk, if I'm gonna be really honest.
He really
can't. Given his, like, recent behavior. But, besides, like, him overall being petty, stalking and harassing you, making you uncomfortable by, like, sending, that one gif of, like, gore and, like, weird church burnings, roleplay, anti-religious shit, is there any other stuff that made you uncomfortable or any information you would like to add?
Oh, he raided a server I used to own. It was the same server that I mentioned, the Tupper Box.
So, is there a reason why he raided it?
I think it's because he thought, like, the server was dead, but I didn't give him permission to do that. Which is why I deleted it. He just thinks I deleted it because it was inactive, but he was mainly the reason why I deleted it. And I never gave him permission to do that, too.
Okay, so basically...
Because at the time, like I said, I was asleep.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know about this until like, my friend mentioned it to me in DMs.
Was that, like, after you cut contact from him or before?
Before.
Oh, that's really weird. I
did send screenshots in here.
Yeah, I mean, if you want, you can resend them to me, because again...
Sure, let me see if I can find them.
It's fine, just take your time.
Yeah, and then also, when, he actually drew when I was, like, 17, he drew a picture of, you know, Kaya from Genshin Impact?
Yeah.
He drew a picture of Kaya kissing my character on the lips. And I was a minor when he drew that, when he drew that. And I didn't give him permission to draw that either.
That was Carno who made
that? Was Carno, yes.
Ew.
I know.
And just to clarify real quick, because I know my memory's a bit fuzzy, are you, like, around the same age as Carno?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, either way, that's just really fucking weird to do that without your consent. That's just really weird. Ugh.
Yeah.
Other than that, is there any other information you would like to add that I may not know?
Not that I know of. Oh, I found the screenshot of, like, the raid.
Yeah, so just resend it here. So
yeah. I can send the screenshot again, just letting you know.
Yeah.
If you want to just blur out my friend's name in it, that's fine. You can just blur it out.
Hey, Bree, can you verify that there were people that would do raid roleplays in the server? Because no one.
Because there's one thing I'm looking for in the server I'm in.
Okay. Bree, can you verify that there was, like, raid roleplays in Carno servers? Because no one mentioned that.
I don't have, like, a rape one, but I did have one where he mentions a character thinking sexual assault is beautiful.
Yeah, you showed me that. Ew.
Alright, can you hear my echoing from my mic?
No, I can.
Yeah.
You sound fine.
Alright, finally, I fucking fixed it. It was driving me fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Oh
Sorry, it
yeah,
was
and then there's also the
bothering
fact
me
that he
too.
added Randy Stairs characters into the 2033 movie. I should have mentioned that beforehand
Oh,
too.
yeah.
And I was the one who
Oh,
was
yeah.
like the one who like designed them to be in the movie.
I mean, I don't think you know about the context behind the character.
Yeah.
Right?
So, hold on, let me get this straight. He was like
Kinda
basically
figured.
harassing you for not knowingly support a shooter? Is that what I'm trying to
That or
No.
I'm not sure actually. But he
No,
did add them in
what
there.
Bree is saying, yeah, what Bree meant is that Bree was drawing like unknowing characters from the mass shooter. Is what I'm trying to get at.
Oh, like Carno was like
Yeah, he was telling Bree to draw them for some reason.
No, he did request me to draw like those drawings. The only one that wasn't requested was the William Bloodclaw drawing. That was a birthday gift from him at the time when we were friends.
Yeah.
I only wanted to draw
I
that
don't
because
blame you,
I
though.
wanted to be nice.
Yeah, it was like his OC, so I don't blame you.
Yeah.
But what I asked is, did he ever tell you about any other weird like characters that he owned?
There is Mr. Helicopter, but he was like some kind of fourth wall breaker, but I don't think that's really important. There's Velocidad. Velocidad, he's like this Joker looking guy. In this in the screenshots I did send in there, he calls like people mofo. And he's the one that I said that I mentioned sexual assault is beautiful. And Carno even blatantly said himself that he's a known sexual assaulter.
Oh.
Yeah, and the big, like, I don't know, if you saw, like, a brackets thing, like, when he gets to, like, my segment, he's explaining the characters, Carno was like, he's a known SA'er.
Oh, right. I'm still not over that. I'm cutting the call short, consider the fact, after everything we discussed, we were just mainly venting / talking about Carno. But here's what we gathered so far as to, like, Carno's debunkings and just overall his testimony of what happened. He's purposely hiding the fact that he was dragging Bree to jump them in a call and try to claim that Bree run off the call randomly because they're a supposed pussy. But what he actually didn't tell you was the fact he was going to include someone by the name of Leo Convoy, a popular art commentator who got himself into a lot of hot water over most of the shit he's done in the past and present. It's a long list, but the best TLDR that I can give out is that recently he's been called out to actually belittle an autistic person on call. And not only that, has a track record of doxing people, especially children. So a rough actual explanation is that Carno was being a bully over something small and petty and decided to drag Bree into a call where he intimidates them by getting a popular art commentator by the name of Leo Convoy to join the call, especially when he adds his mutuals in that call. And consider the fact that Bree said they're autistic themselves, that would have been a major threat on them, consider Leo Convoy's track record of being severely ableist and putting people's lives in danger by doxing them regardless if they're an actual bad person or not. And what was the exact petty reason as to why Carno was pissed to the point they want to drag Bree into call? Over something that doesn't even involve him. He also doesn't tell you how he personally treated Bree, which was the fact that he was overworking Bree despite their own personal life and not acknowledging their own circumstances. And to top it all off, he may admit the fact that he did some anti-religious church-burning fucking roleplays or whatever, but he doesn't tell you the fact that he was roleplaying as a rapist saying sexual assault is beautiful though. So from what we gathered in this section, he was actively lying about what actually happened during that situation and almost got away with it because people didn't catch on to this detail and just took it as that. Now that we got the full context of what actually happened with Bree and Carno, I would like to move on to the next and last segment. Who the hell is Elizabeth? Now, if you watched my last video, you probably knew the testimony and are confused as to why I'm repeating the same section again. Well, the reason is because not only there's a lot of misinformation in regards about what happened with Carno and Noah, but also because I felt like the testimony last time was a bit vague. So, I would like to give a proper testimony to Noah for the last time, hopefully. I know I've been repeating myself since the intro / apology, but I've been really frustrated because people are very biased towards Carno and refuse to see the victim's perspective or the proof we have provided, which was the reasons why I acted very immature throughout the situation.
and I would like to give out a proper testimony to show what actually happened and to give proper insight on Noah's experience. So, for the last time, I present you Noah's testimony.
Hey guys, Noah here once more unfortunately. This shit has to be text-to-speech, because I'm really busy with real-life stuff unfortunately. As much as I'd actually love to talk with my actual voice as it would convey my emotions way better than shitty text-to-speech, to me it's a lot impossible as I have high school and a relationship to attend to. Anywho, I'd like to start off by saying I don't want anyone defending my shitty actions, okay? What I did and what I said are horrid and should never be defended. Regardless if I was a minor and was just a stupid kid, I should still be held accountable for the things I did regardless. I'd like to use this little testimony I have to enlighten you guys about more than just what I did or what Carno did. I wanted to also educate you guys about racism and anti-Semitism. Because this still remains a current problem which I myself participated in, and it is something I'm deeply ashamed of. And I am aware how my actions have affected people of color and Jewish people. And I'd like to say that I'm very sorry to the black community alongside of the Jewish community for the irreversible damage I have caused upon them. It is not something I'm proud or happy about obviously, and I'd like to hear from people from the Jewish and black community what I could eventually do to better myself, and what I can do for you guys as well. In regards to Joseph's situation, my intentions with Joseph were never sexual. Yes, at some point I did like Joseph, but that was long before this catfishing incident happening. The sexual interactions simply ended up happening. I hope this doesn't seem like I justify for what I did, because it was a shitty thing to do regardless of the intent I had. Anyhow, going on to Carno. I met Carno through a mutual friend, let's call him Jay. I was telling Jay about this pedophile on Ponytown, which Carno in his most recent video says was unlikely to exist. By the way, the guy I was talking about had child pornography of me, which was spread around along to other predators. I never ran away from Carno or cried as he said. Me and him ended up being friends due to our mutual hatred for preds, which would later on get me into group chats where me alongside other minors bullied TF out of this pred Andrew or bread sandwiches. I don't care enough about this incel fuck anymore. So me and Carno ended up being best friends. Carno even referred to me as such. Later on down the line, Carno wanted to do what I thought was a safe for work roleplay with me, which later on my group of old friends said it was grooming. That's when I figured it out. But now let's say you don't believe me, and you tell me he was only irresponsible. Irresponsibility can only go so far. Carno has done this with at least 4 other people, all of them with 3-year age gap, which I find really weird. And at this point seems intentional, because it's a recurring issue. One of them he knew the age of and sent NSFW on their server. Why did the minor have NSFW? He just put it in the right channel. It isn't his fault. As the adult knowing the minor's age, you shouldn't even be interacting in the server in that way. If anything, he should have been telling them it was wrong. Well, Carno isn't their parent. Yeah, but Carno is an older party that could have prevented that channel from continuing and letting other minors get endangered even if it wasn't his responsibility. Because for someone who preaches about how pedophiles are bad and how children need to be protected, he didn't seem to give a single fuck when it was this minor. Anyways, this all I have to say about the whole situation from my point of view. I'm currently also solving this issue in various quotes privately. Please, as Save said, don't go harass this guy. I genuinely wish the best for him and on his recovery. I also wish him good luck on being more responsible from here on now, which I hope he does. I have done my fair share of healing from this situation, and I hope everyone else who was affected by him can do the same. This is all from me. Have an amazing day or night or whatever the fuck.
Okay.
Ah, you bitches! I can't fucking stand y'all! Get the fuck out my face while I blow this shit!
Well, obviously this video turned out to be expected. This video is currently running 1 hour and 30 minutes long, I'm assuming. And after working on this video for literal weeks, I can finally end off with a conclusion and overall my honest feelings on what I have to say about this. So obviously from what we talked about this video, Carno ends up to be a compulsive liar,
obviously taking hearsay instead of actually getting reliable source as to why Noah is a supposed horrid person and he isn't a predator. And overall, he's just malicious and slanderous, putting multiple people in danger, including me, just because he doesn't like me or Noah. And in the midst of it, shooting himself in the foot by basically admitting that he's a pedophile, while also trying to weasel his way out by lying about it. And how do I feel about this? I am severely frustrated. Obviously from the past takes that I made before I privated those videos about Carno and the rest of the situation, you could tell in my voice, obviously, that I'm really irritated and frustrated, especially in my past videos. And due to the public being severely biased in his favor, I started to act out. Was it exactly my fault for acting like this as to why it came out the way it did? Maybe. I'm not gonna actively deny what I did is very immature and wrong, but the thing that bugs me the most is that people would criticize me for being supposedly slanderous while also blatantly siding with a predator. And to the people who sided with Carno or are leaning towards Carno's side, I am severely disappointed with you. I'm not gonna pull a fucking Carno by basically asking you guys for forgiveness for siding with someone else, because not only that's cringe as fuck, but also I can't really control what people do. What I will say is that I'm severely disappointed, and throughout on, if you support Carno, I don't want to interact with you any further. And to two people who actually listened, I appreciate you guys for the support. Even when I was immature, even when I was irritated throughout all hell throughout the situation, I appreciate your guys' patience and support. I also want to thank the people who have been with me throughout the tough times throughout the whole situation with Carno, and that is Bracket Neutron mainly, and Mr. Blocky. I appreciate you guys being not biased towards me and actually giving me genuine criticism, and overall just helping out. I really do appreciate all the work that you have done. And I know this might sound weird to say, but you guys are the reason why I'm a different person today, and why have I made a massive amount of improvement when it comes to my content or how I am as a person. And I mean it, I really do appreciate you guys helping me throughout the tough times. Besides that, the only thing I would say is that I hope this clears up any misinformation or lies that Carno put out on the internet regards about Noah and the others. And I really do hope once this video comes out, people actually realize how much Carno is a terrible person. But hey, if they do support them, I can't really control that, but I will say that you are blatantly supporting a predator, which is disgusting and weird. But yeah, I hope this clears up everything, and I really do appreciate you actually watching this video, despite the fact how long it is, and hear our side of the story. Not just mine, but Noah's, Shelly's, Breeze, and so many other people's side of the story. Carno has done irreversible damage towards me and the others, and the only thing that I had to say towards him is that he needs to get off the internet. Obviously, he doesn't show any sympathy towards the people he has done, and not only that, doesn't even apologize for what he has done. I'm not really gonna be as kinder as Noah was towards Carno, considering the fact they've done so much damage to my friends, especially me. So the only thing that I'm hoping that he actually does in order to improve himself as a person is to get off of the internet and get some therapy. I know that sounds really cliche and not everyone can have therapy, but at the very least he could just fuck off. But that's all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, see you next time, I guess.